Welcome, welcome, welcome back to the Better Together experience. Come on. We're so excited that you're here.
Yes.
My name is Josh. This is my amazing wife, Jennifer.
Yes, thank you for joining us. We are so excited that you are here today with us. It is a new season, right? The weather is so nice and it's just good to be outside. We're getting active again and the family's getting out. It's so good.
Hey, Jen and I get an opportunity to lead our nonprofit Abide. And our mission as an organization is to revitalize the inner city one lighthouse at a time. And it's been amazing. Over the years, we've seen incredible revitalization happen when people live on purpose and love in very practical ways. And so this experience is really designed to encourage and inspire all of us to use our influence to make a difference, not just in North Omaha, even though we hope you'll join us, but also in whatever world God has you in.
Yeah, hey, we've had a theme every month, and this month of May is all about health and wellness. And you know what? That's one that we love. We've been getting our family out and about a little bit more. And as you can see behind us, we're at the fitness center on the Better Together campus.
Hey,
we're so excited.
Which way is the restroom? Like,
no, get out of here.
I want to get that to start doing some curls right now. Well, I'm so excited to kick off this next segment, which is one of our favorites, Family on Mission.
Over the years, people have asked us, what does it look like to live out practically and with our family? What does that look like? And so we've done a lot of different things.
It can look like so many different things. I know, like last month, the thing we talked about and we did was we got into our neighborhood. We picked up trash, beautification, Black History Month. We talked about just race and the history of slavery. And so there's a lot of different conversations. There's a lot of different ways, but the idea is to be intentional and purposeful, and then practically help our families live it out. So I'm excited. I know you're excited. Our kids are excited to give you this picture of what it looks like for us to be on mission together. Check out this segment. One, keep your back straight. 2, 3, all right, swing, ready? 1, 2. We like doing active stuff, huh?
That's right.
Yeah.
Getting healthy.
What are some things we do to stay healthy, Joshua?
Swimming.
Ooh,
Swimming,
like
yes.
swim.
Joseph?
Biking.
Oh, I love biking. Yes, Juliana?
Hiking.
Hiking. We love going on hikes together, don't we? Jada?
Working out.
Working
Working
out.
out.
Strong
That's
girl.
right. Juliana?
Going on walks.
Walking.
Walks.
Those are always
Do we sometimes try to eat healthy food?
Yeah.
What are some of the healthy foods that we like to eat? Jada?
Carrots.
Yeah, carrots. Juliana?
Salads.
Salads.
Eggs.
Eggs are really good for us.
That's
Bean,
right.
egg, and cheese burrito.
Joshua's favorite.
Bean, egg, and cheese burrito. Some of Joshua's favorites. Why do you guys think it's important for us to stay healthy and take care of our bodies?
So then we can shine our light.
We can shine our light.
That's right, Joshua.
Yeah, when you're healthy, you're vibrant and you have energy. It's important. The Bible talks about our bodies being a temple. So when we're taking care of our bodies, we're being good stewards of what God has given us.
That's right.
And then we can help other people, love people, live out the calling that God has in our lives, huh?
Yeah.
And if we're healthy, then we can shine so bright, right?
Yes.
The world, wherever we go.
So it's important, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sometimes we don't feel like doing it, but whenever we get up and do it, be honest, isn't it always worth it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always worth it. Well, we're about to have some fun today. What should we start with? Should we do a couple push-ups to get it started?
Yeah. No.
Just to get our arms formed? How about, let's do some, you want to do some jumps?
No.
All right.
Some
Here we
burpees.
go.
You want to do burpees?
Let's have some fun. Let's have some fun. How about let's run in place?
Yeah.
Run in place a little bit.
Can you
Run
run?
in place, run in place, run in place. Then high knees, high knees, high knees, high knees, high knees.
Higher,
How about
higher.
jumping jacks? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. that good or what? Oh my goodness. That was a little bit of a workout. But it was fun. Did you guys have fun?
Yeah.
Which one was your favorite?
Box jump.
Box jumps? You like box jumps?
Jump rope. Medicine ball.
Medicine ball. What about the race? Was that your favorite?
Yes.
I think you love the race because you're so fast. Well, what would you guys say anything to anybody to encourage them to stay active? Is it?
Be active to stay healthy.
That's right. Good.
Be active to stay healthy. I love that.
Keep working out.
Keep working out.
It's worth it.
Keep staying healthy.
Have fun. What about have fun?
Yeah.
Have some fun with it.
The more fun, the better, huh?
And go to the gym all day.
And go to the gym. So fun. Great job. You guys crushed it. You crushed it.
Yes.
Mama,
Ooh.
crushed it. Good job, guys.
Good job.
Let's bring it in.
Let's bring it in. All right.
Bring
Put your
it
hands in.
What are we going to say?
Better together on this.
All right.
1, 2, 3. Better together!
Come on. How fun was that?
So good.
Those are some good-looking kids, number one. Number two, active
Just
kids.
a little biased,
Just
right?
a little biased, I'm not going to lie. But we do hope that you just got a picture of what it looks like as a family to be on mission, to be active.
Yeah.
It is so good. And we're excited about this fitness center and all that we get to do here. We can't wait to offer this as a resource to our Lighthouse leaders and honestly, just to the North Omaha community as a whole.
Right. Living and working in this community, we've seen a lot of challenges. More specifically, there's some health challenges
Big
that
time.
people face. And you know, I just look back and I remember working with teen moms, and
Yep.
they were 14, 15, 16, and they had no access to resources or healthy foods. And you know what? It was heartbreaking to see. They relied on Takis and foods that you know, maybe a treat, but not for every day. And I just think of that, and I think of other health challenges,
Yep.
and we saw in the pandemic how it affected so many people.
I mean, 12 years, we've been here now full time, working, living. I think about the 30 years my parents have been
Right.
here. You look at those teen moms, you start to see the generational impact that health and wellness has in a broad community. And so we get an opportunity to actually hear from my parents, and they've seen over 30 years of just the lack of resource and access and understanding and just how it affects the community. And so we're excited for this next segment called Ask the Dotzlers, because we get to hear some
Ask 'em.
incredible perspective.
Yes.
Check it out.
So when you think about the health needs in our community specifically, diabetes, high blood pressure are just an example of a few that our community faces. Obesity is another one. And so I've worked with doctors over the years, and we've been asking ourselves, what can we do to really help the community get healthier? And we've talked about intervention versus prevention. And as an organization, we believe that we can start with children, and if we can lean into prevention, that's where the fitness center comes into play and really begins to build health into community, not only just for an individual, but families as they continue to grow and develop.
I know for us as a family, we do a lot of fitness. I mean, we used to get the kids up early in the morning and we'd go to the gym. And so fitness was a big part of our family, and it just brought camaraderie to the family. And we cheered each other on, we pushed each other, we helped each other. And so fitness was a big part of, and sports are a big part of our family.
Again, just thinking about how being in the gym together with your kids, there's bonding opportunities that you otherwise, you can get so busy that you actually miss. And sports really not only helps kids bond with kids, but if parents and families are doing it together, it helps parents and families bond in a way that's really powerful.
And I think today, in today's society, one of the things that I think society in a whole are having problems with is getting the kids to be active.
Yeah.
And that helps create fitness. And when the kids are in the house, you know, sitting around a lot, they don't have that opportunity, or they're not taking the opportunity to be healthy by getting out and playing and things like that. And so now we have to create spaces for them to get out and get healthy and get that activity that's going to help them be more healthy.
That's right.
I don't care where you're from, where you live, what your background is. It is not always easy to want to be active and to really pursue a lifestyle of health and wellness because it requires some work. I played college basketball and, preseason, our coach would always have us do preseason conditioning. And it was something I never wanted to do because I knew it would require running. It would require that we would go to the track and we'd do sprints around and around. And I remember even in high school and college trying to find a way to get out of it because I knew how painful it was going to be. I knew what it would cost. And it's amazing that sometimes those things that are most beneficial in our lives, they also cost us something. It takes some work. Today, there's a scripture I want to look at in 1 Corinthians. We see the Apostle Paul. He's talking to this group of people and he's kind of giving a similar analogy and talking about how sometimes life is tough and distractions come. And the reality is there are things that try to pull us in different directions, and sometimes those things are bad, sometimes those things aren't bad, but they might not be the thing that God is calling us to focus on and be a part of. This is what the Apostle Paul says in 1 Corinthians chapter 9, starting in verse 24. He says, "Don't you realize that in a race, everyone runs?" Can I tell you that today, right now, we are all running a race. He says everyone runs, but only one person gets a prize. He says, so run to win. I love Paul here. He's trying to encourage this group of followers of Jesus, and he's trying to encourage them. He's saying, don't get distracted by all these things that are happening. Don't even get distracted by doing good things, because there are God things that he's uniquely called and equipped you to do. So he's saying run. Can I tell you that there is a specific race God is calling you to run? There's a specific race. You're not racing against people on the right or the left, but you're running the race, the unique race that God has for your life. But don't just run aimlessly. The Apostle Paul right here, he says, run to win. Run with purpose. He says, all athletes are disciplined in their training. They do it to win a prize that will fade away. But we do it for an eternal prize. This is so good because Paul's reminding us, we're not just running for trophies and medals and the applause of people. We're not doing things so we can get more followers on Instagram, on Facebook. No, everything we do, our health, our wellness, being active, is for an eternal purpose. He says, so I run with purpose in every step. Just look at somebody or look at the camera, look at the screen you're watching, say purpose. Paul says, I run with purpose in every step. I'm not just shadow boxing. I discipline my body like an athlete, training it to do what it should. Otherwise, I fear that after preaching to others, I myself might be disqualified. I love the Apostle Paul's perspective, and maybe it's just because I'm an athlete, but he's talking about this idea of living with purpose. He's talking about this idea of running with purpose in every step, in everything I do. When I get up in the morning, the decisions I make, the thoughts I think, the actions I take, the conversations that I have, I'm doing it with a sense of purpose. He said, like an athlete has to discipline his body. How many know that sometimes we're called to do things that we don't want to do? We're called to do things that might require us to get uncomfortable. But this idea of discipline says, man, I'm willing to get uncomfortable. I'm willing to do the hard things so that people can experience the love of Jesus. I'm willing and desire to live with purpose in every step. Paul understood this idea that I'm not going to allow my body to dictate what I do. I'm not going to allow my feelings to dictate what I do, because I wake up and I'm sore and I'm tired and I don't feel like doing certain things. But I'm going to allow faith. I'm going to step out in faith. I'm going to step beyond how I feel and allow my purpose to dictate and determine what I do. Can I just tell you, this is so important for many different reasons. Some of them you heard early. Health and wellness and our pursuit of purpose is essential when we think about people living out their purpose specifically in places of poverty, in the inner city context. You heard some of the stories from my parents. COVID-19 highlighted the challenges of health and wellness that we see in the Black and brown communities. We got a picture that historically a lack of access for impoverished communities leads to high blood pressure, obesity, lack of access to healthy foods that nourish the body. We know that there are some significant challenges in communities of poverty. And it's not just about physically how they live, but how it affects their entire body and their entire lives. Maslow's hierarchy of needs talks about the process that people go through to actually reach their full God-given potential. And part of that process requires a level of safety. It requires a level of health and wellness so individuals can actually take advantage of the educational, the intellectual opportunities that are provided, the spiritual dynamic that God wants to do in our lives. So we know the power of health and wellness when it comes to places of poverty, and that's why we're so excited about a fitness center right here in our community. We believe it's a game changer. Another reason why health and wellness is so important is because it allows us to pursue the purpose that God has in our lives. Can I tell you that our ability to have energy and to live with passion, and we're all uniquely wired and called to do something different based on God's plan, based on God's race that He's designed for us. But our physical health actually gives us a clarity of mind. It gives us a clarity of focus. And ultimately, it allows our spirits to thrive and grow. And so we're talking about physical health and wellness, but we're talking about how it leads to us living with purpose and ultimately living out God's plan for our life. The last thing that I think about when I think about pursuing a lifestyle of health and wellness is this idea that it helps us keep Christ as the priority in our lives. Paul says, I discipline my body. It's not something you always feel like doing, but he said, you know what? I discipline it because I know if I live out of my feelings, I know which direction I'm going to go. And for all of us who are followers of Christ, we know that there are a variety of things vying for our attention. Man, do I get up and work out, or do I stay in and I sleep a little longer? Do I eat those Doritos and chips, or man, do I go for a healthier option of fruit? Do I pursue this relationship that I know ultimately those people aren't heading in the direction that I want to go? Or do I surround myself with a circle of friends and relationships that are going in the same direction that I'm going? We've got options on a consistent basis. And ultimately, we have to discipline ourselves based on the calling that God has on our lives to pursue His purposes with every step. How are you doing running your race? The race that God has put before you. We believe health and wellness is a game changer. It allows us to fulfill all that God has for our lives. It will allow us to be a part of revitalizing our community, one lighthouse, one person at a time. And so we're excited to see what God is going to continue to do. I can't wait for you to see this story of impact, a story of a fitness center that's in the heart of a community that needs it more than ever. A story of people leveraging and using their resources, running their race the way God intended them to run, and saying, you know what, I want to be a part of the solution in places of great need. I want you to check out this story. And after you check out this story, I want to encourage you to get in the game and run the race that God has uniquely equipped, called, and is encouraging you to run. Let's get in the game. Let's make a difference. Let's run with purpose in every step. Fitness Center just had our grand open house, and oh my goodness, it's been a good night. It's been so fun to celebrate the progress, what it looked like before. Do you remember what it looked like before?
It was an empty pool with a bunch of stuff in it.
Empty pool with a bunch of junk all over, and to see the pool get filled in, equipment in here, now being able to get to the space where we can open it up to the community, it's unbelievable. Mick has been a huge part of the entire process. Mick, how do you feel just seeing all these pieces come together?
Well, first of all, I didn't think it would ever happen, honestly. When you walked in here 3 years ago and there was a pool and all the work, and the easy part actually was, well, relatively easy, was getting the floor and the equipment. That was easy. The hard part was getting it prepared for the floor.
Right.
Or for the fitness center. And but it's been a true blessing for my family, and I hope it meets the needs. And so,
well, I'll tell you what, spaces like this don't happen without individuals, without families. So many in the community have been a part of this process, and it's fun to celebrate.
It is.
Celebrate getting to this point, and also we're excited about the impact that it's going to have. So,
I think it's going to have a tremendous impact. I mean, health and fitness, it affects healthcare long term. I mean, the benefits are just phenomenal. Yeah. So, and I will say that one of the blessings would be just meeting the Dotzler family, and I consider having a lifelong friend.
Come on, man. Well, love you. This is going to be a game changer for our community. We are excited about it.
Wow, the story of the fitness center and how it all came together, I'm in awe.
I mean, seriously, amazing. So grateful for everyone who's used their influence to make this thing happen.
Yes.
I don't know about you, but I always feel encouraged. I always feel inspired and just ready to get after it, to take some action.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah, and huge thank you to those of you who are watching today.
Yes.
Just thank you for being here and spending a little bit of time with us. We encourage you to share this video with your friends and family. Get it out there.
Get it out there. Get in the game.
Yeah.
We want you to come join us right here in North Omaha. You can check out our website, abideomaha.org, or wherever you are, find a place, get engaged, get activated. Together, we can make an incredible difference. Is that right?
Yes.
Come on. Hey, let's break it out. You guys ready? Come on. Bring it in. Bring it in. Bring it in. You got it, Juliana?
Better together on 3. 1, 2, 3.